This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and far. We got to talk about it. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. For me, this is their last year that they need to be assembled together before they blow it up. We're going to give them an opportunity this year to see if they can figure it out. But this is the last year. And the reason why the Philadelphia 76ers are in a precarious situation, it more so has to do with Ben Simmons than it does with Joel Embiid. See, this is the fundamental problem of why it doesn't pay off to be a pupil of LeBron James. When you are a pupil of LeBron James, you are on what's called sandy foundation. Sandy foundation leads you to quicksand. This is what's going on with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons has found himself being a pupil of a guy who has won 40% NBA Finals. A guy who they say is the NBA GOAT. I don't care if LeBron James passes up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't care if he has the most assists. I don't care if he has the most rebounds. I don't care if he has all of those combinations of the most points, the assists, and rebounds. Those are stats. Stats does not define greatness. Stats does not define NBA GOAT. It's what you do in the NBA playoffs that defines that. That denotes that. See, they're always creating different parameters. They're always creating different situations for LeBron James. Ben Simmons, the reason why his game has not maturated, the reason why his game has not gotten to the next level is because he hangs around the LeBron Jameses of the world. If you want to have fun, you hang around LeBron. But if you want to win, you get with a Kobe Bryant. You get with a Michael Jordan. Now it's unfortunate Kobe Bryant has passed away. But Kobe Bryant extended his services to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons got offended. But see, this is what happens when you're dealing with tyrants, i.e. NBA GOATs, i.e. ultimate competitors. When you're dealing with them, what people got to understand is, and it's really simple, is what's as simple as this. That basketball itself is a sport that has to be played in a way that showcases itself as something of pedigree, something of denotion, something of basically putting two and two together. When we sit here and we look at the Ben Simmons of the world, we have to ask ourselves big questions here. Ben Simmons is a basketball player that is not complete. He's the reason why the Philadelphia 76ers have found themselves in a bad rut. Because the Philadelphia 76ers are basically showcasing themselves as a team that's not pushing themselves. Ben Simmons should have been on a few gears past the levels he's at right now. And the reason why he's not there is because Ben Simmons is, how should we say this, complacent, lazy with the fact that I'm just a good basketball player. Basketball, year in and year out, is all about improving. It's all about taking your game to the next level. It's all about basically saying, you know what, when it's all said and done, I haven't fully arrived, I'm not fully there, and I need to get better. That's the mentality you have to have year in and year out. You're not going to have that mentality being a pupil of a LeBron James. That mentality in of itself is going to showcase itself being a pupil under the likes of a Michael Jordan and a Kobe Bryant. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard would not be the NBA champion that he is today if he did not enroll himself in Mamba Mentality School. Kyrie Irving wouldn't be the champion that he is if he didn't fall himself up under Kobe Bryant. If you notice, the Michael Jordan and the Kobe Bryant method builds champions. The LeBron James method builds failures. Ben Simmons has been nothing but a failure for the Philadelphia 76ers. A guy who's supposed to, at this point in his NBA career, have a complete game. It's unacceptable that this guy did not work on his shot. Kobe Bryant told him straight up, your shot is broke. You need to fix it. Instead of him saying, you know what? This is the great Kobe Bean Bryant, a guy who's mastered the game, a guy who's basically complete every check off of the marker. He turns around and he sits there and he spits on the fact that Kobe Bean Bryant, slam dunk giant, wasn't the guy that he felt he should have fallen up under. Because LeBron is all about fun. LeBron's not going to teach you how to have a complete game. LeBron's not going to teach you how to basically take your game to the next level. What LeBron is going to teach you is very simple math. And the simple math that LeBron James is going to teach you is how to basically... The point is, Ben Simmons has not developed his basketball game. And because of that, Ben Simmons has found himself basically being in what's called a precarious situation of him not needing to be in the Philadelphia 76ers. They no longer want this guy's service. I wouldn't want his services too. The unmitigated gall, the audacity to reject Kobe Bean Bryant. No wonder your game has not developed. No wonder your game has not taken the next level. No wonder your game has not grown and blossomed the way that it should. Because when it's all said and done, Ben Simmons has to position himself to become a better basketball player. The reason why the Philadelphia 76ers have not hit new gears, new strides, is because Ben Simmons has been lazy. He's been lazy with his game. He's been lazy with taking his game to the next level. He's been lazy with the quintessential fact that when it comes to the game of basketball, you cannot play with that. The game of basketball requires for you to push yourself to the next level. Each and every single year, year in and year out. It's not a game where you can just sit there and be lackadaisical. It's not a game where you could just sit there and be complacent. This is what Ben Simmons has revealed year in and year out. Okay, I have court vision. Yeah, I have the Magic Johnson type of game. But see, what these guys don't realize, the Ben Simmons of the world, the LeBron James of the world, Magic Johnson worked on every facet of his game. Shooting. Magic Johnson wasn't the best shooter, but he worked on his game enough to where he could be able to put the ball in the fucking basket. That's why he developed the sky hook. And that became an undefendable shot. The fadeaway and the sky hook are the two most unguardable shots the game has ever seen. Magic Johnson ensured that he worked on that element of it so that he could take his game to the next level. The bottom line is, Magic Johnson has developed himself. So stop comparing the Ben Simmons and the LeBron James to a Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is a complete basketball player. His 5'9" NBA Finals average and performance denotes it. That means this is a guy that's well over 50%. 60 percentile in NBA Finals average and performance. NBA pantheon of greatness. LeBron James is 40%. You see, when you follow that mentor, you're following a 40%er. And 40% gets you nothing but what we call below fucking average. This is why Ben Simmons has not gotten to the next level. Because he has not paid attention, making the supposed right play. This is why Joel Embiid is unnerved and pissed off with the likes of a Ben Simmons. Because Joel Embiid is basically playing year in and year out borderline Hakeem Olajuwon level. Putting the ball on the floor. Willing to take the last shots. Willing to basically put it out there on the floor. But in basketball, you need what we would say, dynamic duel to be able to structure your hierarchy. Ben Simmons is supposed to be that for Joel Embiid. If Ben Simmons worked on his game and completed it with his height of being 6'10", this guy would be virtually unstoppable. Because if you try to stop him from going inside, creating, getting layups, he could beat you on the outside. Shame on Ben Simmons for not developing his game. And even more so shame when Kobe Bryant told him your shot was broke, I can fix it for you. Him not paying attention to that and saying, you know what? If this great legend is calling me out, it's because he sees potential in me. See, this is the problem with this modern day generation. They take offense instead of looking at the bigger picture and wondering why somebody would do that. Why would Kobe Bryant basically engineer and want greatness out of you? It's because Kobe Bryant sees greatness in you. And if Kobe Bryant sees greatness in you, he's trying to maximize the greatness personification out of you. Hence, he's pushing for you to be a great basketball player. Hence, he's pushing for you to see what you need to see. Unfortunately, Ben Simmons has not been seeing what he needed to see. And hence, this is why Kobe Bryant was unable to help him. Ben Simmons, if he doesn't step up and show out this year, the Philadelphia 76ers need to get rid of him. It's really that simple. This guy right here is a disappointment to basketball. And it revealed to you guys what I've been saying all along. LeBron James is not the appropriate role model. He is not the appropriate mentor for basketball players to follow. The Michael Jordan and the Kobe Bryant game is the game that is the model. Michael Jordan, if his services is not able to be rendered because Michael Jordan is just that high up the bar, Kobe Bryant has passed away. Kevin Durant is the mentor for guys to be paying attention to. Kevin Durant is the game that guys need to be looking at. Because that game right there is a pupil of Michael Jordan and a pupil of Kobe Bryant. That is the game that's going to deliver you to the promised land. See, NBA basketball players coming into the league, they need to be seeking advice from a Kevin Durant. They need to be seeking advice from a Kawhi Leonard. They need to be seeking advices from guys like that. Because guys like that are closers. Guys like that have nullified LeBron James. Guys like that have put LeBron James in his place. Guys like that have rise to the occasion. Guys like that understand that at the highest levels, you have to have a full repertoire basketball game. You have to have closer's mentality, and you have to be able to close. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. If Ben Simmons doesn't figure it out this year, the Philadelphia 76ers needs to get rid of his ass. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.